Let's just do some mildly tricky Spinventor Cruci 12. So a bit of a threat, but hopefully not too much. And a starting special button should honestly alleviate a lot of the concerns that I would otherwise have. I think for my next 2 runs, I definitely want to do another Boss Relic Cruci 20 run. Those are tons of fun. And for the other one, that's interesting. I was thinking I really want to do some more Baladin Roth runs. Roth was so much better on Baladin than I expected. I really want to return to that, so as much as I would like to do a custom run for that, I think it would be better if I tried to find Roth in a normal run, which means that ultimately it's not going to happen, but it is what it is, right? Wow, that's an instant anvil. Yeah, no, that's it's actually really nice to see. I've got the special button and the anvil now, both of which should make a lot of orbs a lot better. And frankly, going to the double store sounds actually really good now, because I just get to pick up orbs and they're already level 2. And a lot of the orbs I can pick up can make up for the health loss. A lot of them can. At least I can get my crits. It's just a bit of a shame that I won't be able to... Okay, that was a good shot. Like it. A bit of a shame that if this Splat Orb doesn't line up, I'm definitely taking, what, 2 hits? So I would really like for my Splat Orb to line up. That would be amazing. That was a bit of lag there. Well, 363 damage. Do we believe in the Splat Orb? I certainly don't, but I'm ready to be... Yeah, unfortunate. Alchemist Cookbook. Not exactly the most helpful thing here ever. Not exactly the most helpful thing ever here either. At least we got that, I guess. I'll try something like this, and wow, that backfired horrendously. Well, the good news is the bombs deal at least 40 damage, eh? At least they deal 40 damage. Yeah, Alchemist Cookbook can be a bit unfortunate at times. As a Shock Absorber level 2 already, certainly not a bad investment, but I think there's better investments to be... I think I lied. Apparently there's not better investments to be made. Well, I should just go with the flow. Boomiverse is a synergy-based passive. If you don't have the synergy for it, it's useless. We have the synergy for it. So this is 10% now. Except it's not technically 10%, it's worse than 10%. Remove an orb, perfect. I want to be shooting the best orb in my deck. As it stands, that's a Splat Orb. Not exactly the most grand statement ever, but Splat Orb's not bad. It's not bad. It's pretty damn good. It's got good damage. It's not bad. If I keep repeating it, surely it's true, right? That's how it works. It may not technically be 10%, but it's effectively 10%, right? You pop 100 pegs, you're probably going to get 10 bombs. 96. So it looks like... not pretty. I kind of want to go really light on the first store. Just spending very minimal gold. I think that's probably ideal. Well, would you look at that? I mean, no shot I'm not buying a Summoning Circle. I think that's the fact that I didn't upgrade the Summoning Circle there is going to cost me a lot more health. But at least it's level 2. It's level 2, right? 2-4 versus a 2-3. I like the sound of a 2-4. Well, not really, but I like the sound of it enough. That's for sure. This is definitely a case where I'm going to want to get a whole bunch of pegs and hit a whole bunch of bombs. I think like no discarding sounds good. Oh right, that's more like what I'm talking about, that's for sure. Let's keep it going. Yeah, not quite as pretty as I would have liked, but I think it's not all bad. We will see, I guess we will see. Yes, and that's good enough for me, I guess. Good enough for me. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I'm gonna lose a lot of health here. Extremely unfortunate, but sometimes it's just like that. Oh no, I was really hoping for more value there. The good news is this is just a lot of value here. That was nowhere near as much value as I needed. Oh well. At least this fight is ending soon. It just really should have ended sooner. It really should have. Oh well. Echo. I kind of need healing. Quite badly. I'm extremely greedy, but I'm unfortunately not that greedy. There's just a bit too much greed there to not heal. Yeah, because of that first refresh, I didn't try going after those bombs. Maybe I should have. I don't think it would have been amazing either way, but could have been better. 96 gold. Well, let's try and get that to at least 120, preferably 130. This is not a good fight for me. I'm not very good at collecting gold on it. The chance of me losing health on it's also pretty high. Just all around, not ideal. As long as I get to 120, I guess I'll be happy, eh? Looks like I got my 120 I asked for. Okay, looks like I want my 130. Indeed. That's going to be unfortunate, but what's a little bit of gold between friends? That's unfortunate. There are some passives I would have really enjoyed. Luckily there are no orbs there. Well, depends on which way you look at it, right? I just gotta ignore the second store, unfortunately. As much as I would have loved to go there, I don't want to see a short fuse or enhanced gunpowder there, having just bought a fresh bandana. Okay. Kind of disappointed I didn't get an elite there. Yes, after all this time I still wanted an elite there. But you know what? That hill was a pretty big deal. Now I have 2 refreshes. Alright, this is looking a whole lot better. I even have Ring of Indignation just to try and make breakpoints a little bit easier. So hopefully it achieves exactly that. Looking pretty good there, eh? $11, that's at least one of you dead. At least it's one. Like that does not do what I wanted it to do. I thought it would bounce onto that refresh properly, but it didn't. On a perfect world I can get to 50 gold, so let's just try that. Wow, that worked slightly better than I thought it would. I didn't even need those bombs. That's why I wanted 50 gold. I think I'm in a good enough spot now. Only one way to find out. 44 health, that's 4 times 7. I only got 700 health to chew through. That is a pretty significant boost. I really do love Ring of Indignation. And that was just a killer first shot. Absolutely killer first shot, and I love it. Great to see that I can pull off those kinds of shots. I think a shot like this should have pretty juicy split. Indeed it did. That split there was pretty amazing. Looks like that heal wasn't exactly fully necessary, was it? I of course will appreciate having it when it comes to the how much health I'm entering area 2 on, but like, damn, I blitzed this fight. Absolutely blitzed it. It rounds up. I just invented 2 damage there, I think. Might be crazy though. Heavy hand, gifts to keep giving, heavy hand. I just don't think it's unpretentious. What can I say? Yeah, heavy hand, right? Alright, so there's my short fuse. I think trying to play for bombs a bit more is an extremely good idea. I also think going to that store is a great idea. Just going to stores when I have the perfect forge feels like a great plan. I can just afford any orb that I want. I hit that 3 times. Isn't that how many it needs to pop? What do I know, I guess? Damn it. Guess I'll just have to keep having these bombs away. Oh, it's dense. I see. That was not part of my plan, clearly. Oh, it's fine. I'll find healing. That's a big part of the reason why I'm so interested in buying the orbs from the stores. I believe in the power of me finding healing. But surely you're not. You were dense. Didn't look like the trajectory was dense though. 2 elites versus 2 elites in a store. So it's a store versus a chest. But there is a store later. As it turns out though, I like double stores. I only have 1 upgrade I need in my deck right now. Well, there are more that I need, but I only want 1 of them, so... Perfect, and then this fight... Oh, sorry, this shot should just get the kill. That is just lovely, isn't it? Nice. Much less nice, that's for sure. But not to worry, because this shot is on its way. Okay. That works. Of course, getting that first shot pencil maneuvered was certainly unfortunate. It's not always pencil maneuver being the... Oh, that's so annoying. Yeah, that's just really unfortunate. Pencil maneuver is a great relic a lot of the time. Unfortunately, there are some fights it's really not. And I'm trying to convince myself not to take the rubber result, but I kind of really want to. You know what, it's been ages since I've used rubber orb. This is a good excuse to use it. I think that rubber orb is a very solid orb. I also think that a lot of the time you can just pick up a rubber and that's going to be better. But that's besides the point. I want to... Well, I mean... I'm not going to say no. I did just lose 12 health, which is not exactly ideal after that mirror fiasco, let's call it. It wasn't exactly the best turn of events. But the good news is there are some elites that just don't deal damage to you. And luckily for us, we got precisely that. This is just an amazing respite for us. I get... that's why I didn't want Ground Resolve, because it really does not work well with this. It's fine though. It works well enough, I think. Great. Perfect. Let's just hit this refresh. Let's just hit this refresh, actually. Or maybe not. I'll hit that refresh. Thank you very much. I thought I could get fancy and aim at the other refresh, but I was wrong. I was wrong, apparently. Well, if you hit a crit, you get double damage, so I would greatly appreciate that. And then if you get enough bombs to get the kill, like, that would just be perfect. 112 gold, that lines up quite well. All I need now is healing. Well, would you look at that? Healing. It's not exactly the best healing relic ever, but it's frankly like equivalent to like a cookie. Which is saying a lot. Should definitely take Adventurine. That just sounds like a great plan. Refresher course around the guard. And a 45 removal. Well, as tempting as they will are, I think I'll just stick with those. They're really good. Still, I don't have a healing orb, which is slightly unfortunate, but I'm sure that you can get 250 damage. And if you can't get 250 damage, I'll be very sad. Perfect. Oh, you did not get 250 damage because I forgot about Pincer Maneuver. Yes. It's definitely been hurting me a lot in Area 2. Good news is, sometimes I get healing slimes. I thought I saw a healing slime, did I not? Look at it. I don't know what I saw apparently. Oh yeah, it's there. I knew I saw one, I just didn't know where. I saw my health go up. Boom, I'm just gonna wait a shot. There is literally no point in not waiting. Oh, it got the kill. Right, that was not the reason why I was waiting. As much as I would love to upgrade the orbs in my deck, well, more specifically the summoning circle, I'll just hold. Hopefully we don't lose too much health here. Wow. Sometimes you do just get lucky, I guess, and we certainly got lucky. That first shot was pretty poor though. But it's fine because this second shot is going to more than make up for it, right? I'd say that more than made up for it. Just slightly more than made up for it. Not bad indeed. Bang bang, oh my god. The best bit about Summoning Circle into Summoning Circle is you still have a really good shot after it. A really good shot. I noticed some healing there as well. What was that? Was there just Prime Slime somewhere? Yep. Hard to spot, eh? Don't hate Believiation, but I'm also not going to pick it up. Prime Rod of Frost. As tempting as it is, we kind of have the perfect bomb spam set up, which is weird because I wouldn't usually pick out Spamenter as a class that I'm looking to bomb spam on, but it certainly did line up that way, didn't it? It sounds like going there is perfect. Like, we literally just... Oh my. I was really worried about that, frankly. I was going to have to spend so much gold on removals, and I didn't have the gold to spend on it. But we just proceeded to get the best Area 2 event ever, and a Dew Potion to top things off. Well, if only there was a Shuffle Pot for me to buy. Well. I mean a Shuffle Orb. Decoy Orb, useless. Suffer Sling, Apple a Day. Admittedly, the Apple a Day is very tempting, but frankly, I just pick up you and I pick up you. We can't buy the remove, but that's just fine. Alright, we're just in a much better position now. Hopefully I can discard. I don't usually like discarding the rubble, but if you look at my deck setup, I think that's definitely the correct play here. Perfect, 560, is that enough? Barely not enough. The good news is I'm very much a bomb spam comp. I have fully embraced it at this stage, so let's just mop them up, shall we? Oh, okay, that was very clean. Wasn't expect. Oh, I've already upgraded the semicircle. My bad. I think it's you. All right, I've only got one removal left in my deck. This is excellent, excellent news, and hopefully 40 health is enough. Bringing bomb spam into this is a great idea. Yeah, sure. Bringing bomb spam into this boss is not exactly the wisest plan ever, but hopefully our amazing... Okay, yeah, this is pretty amazing. Not as good as it could have been, but still an excellent start, I'd say. An excellent, excellent start. I can't get the proper bounce, can I? I really shouldn't be complaining, you know, I'm getting 1000 damage, like, it's pretty solid stuff, but could definitely be a bit better at least, couldn't it? So what boss relic am I looking for here? Not even sure. Did not pick up the refresher course, otherwise the Ring of Indignation has a negative feedback loop here, which is not ideal, but it certainly looks like it'll be perfectly fine, doesn't it? Because, you know, this fight's already over. It's but a formality at this stage. Great gold collection this fight as well. Perfect stuff. I really should not have the Rob Resolve in my deck. I picked it up because it's a good bit of fun, but it's just not necessary. Sure. Sounds good. Sounds like a good bit of fun. Why not combine it with the best healing source in the game to give us infinite health still? Well, for most fights, that is. I believe this should be a pretty good shot. At the minimum, I think it's going to get quite a few bombs, so it should be able to at least wipe out the front guy. Not quite. A bouncy shuffle pot. Not bad. But yeah, unfortunately, Rubber Resolve just doesn't end up having the best synergy with Summoning Circle. Sorry, did I say shuffle pot? I'm talking about Rubber Resolve, the bouncy orb. Wow. Great terrible. I do need to remove both the terrible and the splat orb from my deck though, which doesn't really look that possible unless I get a question mark remove. I believe in the power of a question mark remove. I'm pretty sure there was only one question mark to do it in, by the way. Depends on my routing, I guess. Alright, solid start. Don't mind if I do. Oh, there's literally none because I want to take triple elite. So what's more important to me? Triple elite or trying to high roll or remove? Good question. I'd say they're pretty close. They're both very strong, that's for sure. I think at the end of the day though, I like my triple elite quite a bit. Well, this next shot should be fun. Oh, I just realized something. I saw a Criticus earlier in the run. I can't get Criticus this run. That's a tad disappointing. Because Criticus would have been completely insane. Alas. It's practically just not possible at this point, right? Interesting. Oh, Reduce gave me a bit of cash there. Don't mind if I do. This fight is just over before it even began. I'm just going to shoot a bad shot here just to try and get some more pegs on the board, just so Shufflepot has some stuff to bounce off of. Perfect. I do have Reduce. Reduce is actually a pretty good cash gen for me because of all of my bomb spam. That's good to know. I would also love to get a Recon. That would be amazing. That's part of the reason why I really wanted to go to 3 elites. Plus, I don't really need the removes. I just found an ambidextrous. So, there it is, eh? 45 gold for a remove. Power Glove, Super Boots, Refilibuster. Look, Refilibuster is an amazing relic, and it's one that I should definitely be picking up. But I'm definitely not turning down the Power Glove there. This doesn't misnavigate, right? Perfect. I think this is a very, very simple fight because we now have access to our crits and refreshes for future shots. Which just means I can get simply enough damage, maybe? I don't know, Dense is kind of annoying, right? I don't have Pocket Sand, but I do have Ring of Indignation. Why was that shot dense as well? Why do they look pretty dense? This one doesn't look dense. Sorry, am I forgetting something? But becomes dense. First of all, they changed the wording on this. I haven't actually read it since the wording change. But from my understanding, that was weird. Very weird. Whatever. Reorganizer rubble. I just want the rubble maxed out now. Refreshive. Well, obviously we'll just take an inconspicuous ring. It does something. I do love my refreshives after all, but I think we should have enough access to refreshers at this stage. That is a bombulet. That was exactly what I wanted. More bombs. Perfect. Yeah, that was a bit weird. Why were all of my shots dense? That's tad confusing. It shouldn't really matter too much. I just would rather not get that fight again, apparently, because that was nowhere near as ideal as I was hoping. I'm taking on 3 elites as well, which is going to be interesting because Pectar is also a fight, which is notoriously not that enjoyable, eh? That's a good way to put it. Let's just double discard. Get him out of here, eh? I don't need you sticking around. More reorganize upgrades, because unfortunately, one of the reasons why I don't pick up your next shot becomes super bouncy all that often is because, man, the upload date would have been sick here. Oh, that failed. At least we get... Yeah, perfect. At least we're starting to get some real shots. And it's a very quick turnaround for us. Sorry, one of the reasons why the rubber orb is unfortunately not all that crazy is there's no discard power on it. I would be using it a whole lot more if there was otherwise. Alright, perfectly good. That can always be a bit of a problem. I'm going to keep adding those to my deck, and we have an overwhammer here. I'll just pick up an overwhammer. It's really not going to do anything, but whatever. I guess it might. Combines pretty well with the bomb stuff, doesn't it? Alright, let's try not to die to rig bombs here. I think that should be easy enough because I should have at least one alleviation on the board. Damage reduction slime. Yeah, more than one. Alright, great stuff. Yeah, no Criticus, no refilibuster because I turned that down. I think we should be fine. More shuffle of upgrades, perfect. I'm not at full health, that's interesting. Oh, it's because there weren't any enemies to target? No, that's not the case. This fight should also be over extremely fast, eh? Let's start pinging away at you because the front guy ain't gonna last much longer, that's for sure. Go Rubble, go. Yeah, that turn knife fight made me feel a whole lot more mortal. I wasn't really feeling mortal, and I don't think this guy's gonna make me feel mortal either. But I don't know why, it felt like every single one of my shots was dense. And I did not think that was how the relic worked. It really doesn't feel like that's how the relic works. Like, look at this shot. Is there any reason why it doesn't just do the path that it's stating? Like, this third one up there. It did do it. Okay. So now this is an even shot. It's the second shot. Sure. That one can fail. It's allowed to happen. This one should travel up normally. Okay, so... I swear this wasn't happening last time. Am I crazy? Might be crazy, but this is more like what I expected to happen. Don't know why that didn't happen last time. I'm a tad confused, but whatever. Intentional Oper, Ring of Reuse. Both of these seem extremely good. I'm going to take Ring of Reuse just because that's a bit more fun. I say fun. You can be very unfun when you don't have a good deck, but we happen to have a pretty good deck, and being able to shoot our Summoning Circle Shuffle Orbs more sounds like a pretty good plan. So can we get a bomb spam kill? Because I don't think we can. One thing we certainly can get is an OTK though. No, we can't get an OTK. It's crazy. Well, we can definitely finish it off immediately afterwards. Although to be honest, we are actually running out of board space. It's pretty funny. It's not something I expected. And overwhelmingly, they actually finished it out one turn faster, I believe. That was interesting. Anytime you play Spamena, I don't think you're ever actually expecting to build a full bomb comp. We didn't have short fuse or enhance. That is hilarious. Sorry, we had a bomb. I'm going to call this a bomb build. We had a bomb build and we didn't have short fuse or enhance. That is just completely ridiculous to me. Because we had no bomb baton, and that's it. We had every single other bomb relic that you'd expect, and that is including heavy hand. I mean, counting heavy hand as a bomb relic, because okay, technically you can also count Sappersack and Wrath as bomb relics, but they're not actually completing your game plan of okay. I need to set some clear boundaries because obviously I'm forgetting a few, right? My bombs don't deal extra damage as well. I don't actually think any of the bomb relics that make the bombs deal extra damage count as bomb relics. If I'm building a bomb build, I don't think that I'm going to specifically look for any of them. That being said, though, obviously if you have a Wrath Sapper build, that is still a bomb build. It's just this is what I consider to be the normal bomb build, apparently. I don't know. Let's just talk about this here. Alchemist Cookbook, Parallel Boomyverse. Oh no, Recom as well. Wow. This is so funny. Because you can build bomb comps off of the back of Bombaton, Enhanced Gunpowder, Short Fuse, and Recom. You have those 4 relics, that's a bomb build. And if you want to build a bomb build off of the other relics, you kind of need like all of the pieces I have. That is, of course, Alchemist Cookbook, Parallel Boomyverse, Heavy Hand, Bombulet, and Powder Collector. And I'm just shocked that I got like I think it's pretty fair to say, ignoring Sappersack and Wrath and just the plus bomb damage passives, that the other 4 bomb relics are like the best bomb relics. Like, maybe that's a bit unfair to say about Bomb, but no, Bombaton's really good. The tempo it gives you immediately is just so handy. Like, starting off runs with Bombaton gives you that insurance until you fight a Minotaur, but, you know, let's not talk about that, right? The Minotaur we ran into was painful. We basically had our own version of Bombaton, right? We got one good roll, and then we hit the refresh, and boom, that roll was gone. But yeah, no, we didn't have any of the 4 what I would call the best bomb relics, and yet we still had an extremely real build. Of course, I think Sappersack and Wrath are also... Sorry, Sappersack mostly. Sappersack's also an amazing bomb relic, but it's a bit different. A lot of the time you can't actually run Sappersack and bomb builds. I think that explains where my head's at when sorting into a different pile, apparently. But yeah, we found a Shufflebot this run, and then, reorganizers are really easy to find, or as I call them most of the time, Shuffle Orbs, right? And being able to just get them to level 2 immediately is nice. It's handy. I think that upgrading the 654 at the end of the day actually does end up mattering. It's just like, it's a pretty small improvement, and in the best builds, it's not going to matter. It's just in the worst builds and in the worst shots, it's going to matter a lot. So that's why I try to upgrade them a lot, even though it did mean that I didn't end up upgrading the Rubber Absorb all that much. To be completely honest, I really shouldn't have picked it up. It just wasn't good there, and this is just not the build for it. Summoning Circles plus Rubber Absorb is just not as good as you'd like. As I was mentioning around the time I picked it up, if you're going to do Summoning Circles plus Rubber Absorb, it's just a better idea to do Summoning Circles plus Rubble. That's like a really, really good idea. And then they just threw a free level 2 Rubble at me. And like, I just couldn't say no. That's 25 gold for a level 3 Rubble. Like, that's just such a good deal, man. So yeah, the Rubber Absorb was definitely shoved to the side a bit. I got really good event removals this run. And I might just be saying that just because of that one slime thing. I got the removal that's just for free. The dude just takes the orb from you. How generous. Honestly, you should just be able to like throw orbs to the side. That would be extremely happy. So let's just Splat Orb. Yeah, I would have loved to have removed it from my deck. Of course, it's always a nice orb and very necessary in Area 1. But I'm kind of shocked that I didn't really need it in Area 2. I'd already found excellent orbs to be shooting instead, which was Summoning Circle and then Rubber Orb. This because I hit it really early, actually. I also hit the Rubber Orb even earlier. Interestingly enough, I think the Pincer Maneuver was actually not that good this run. Usually, especially on Spinventer, you'd actually like Pincer Maneuver a lot. It's actually like really, really good. But the problem was, we kind of just wanted to deal our damage to the first enemy and just kill them. And most of the time, we would deal enough damage to kill them, but then we split it between 2 enemies and suddenly it wouldn't kill either of them. And that's just a really big problem when you run into mirrors, because we burnt like 35 health in that mirrors fight when like we really wouldn't have otherwise without the Pincer Maneuver. Especially since when you've got like bomb momentum on that fight and you've got spin momentum originality helping you out, it's really easy to just keep one-shotting the mirrors, and that's exactly what we would have ended up doing.